Welcome to the Own Your Family, where real stories and proven formulas are shared about leaving the rat race so you can achieve freedom and spend more quality time with your family. Get ready, mompreneurs and dadpreneurs, to get inspired by earning from home, living healthy, and aspiring for more in life with your hosts, Renat and Katrina.
If you visit the Netherlands, for example, especially by car, what you will notice straight away is how they construct their roads. Their roads are well designed. There is so much space to drive. You will never feel that you are cramped with each other. It's super smooth to exit from highway to the expressway. Plus, you will enjoy the ride because the outdoor view is such a beauty. There's a wide open space of farms, and you get to see the traditional windmills. And for me, what's truly amazing is how they built their country on water. So Dutch people mastered the art and the skills of building massive dams and dikes because they have to. It's the right thing to do when you are faced with a gigantic problem that involves the lives of so many people. Back in the old days, the Netherlands had been constantly flooded until the 12th century, when they decided it was time to protect its land from flooding. And look now, Dutch is the world leader in managing water by building the most modern and strongest dams and dikes ever. What did I learn from living in the Western world? Hi everyone, my name is Katrina for Own Your Family. In this episode, I will be sharing with you my personal thoughts on how people from the West think, work, and do things in their way. What do I learn from them? And what do I believe is a better way of living? Having lived from a third world country to now a developing country for the first 26 years of my life, I have seen enough difficulties and sufferings in life brought by a lack of financial knowledge and skills. Where I grew up, people always seem to be happy. They don't really worry if they don't have enough money. They have no trouble finding a family member or a relative to take care of their little children if they needed to go to work or if they have to run an errand. I have no words to express how beautiful the country I was born and lived in for so many years. And how much potential do the people have from where I grew up, just waiting for that moment to unleash and share it with the world. On the other side of the world is Western society. By speaking of Western society, I don't talk here about the geographical location of countries, but I am referring to the culture. Western world or Western society refers to a culture that was shaped by Western European culture and mindset. So having been living in Western society for the past 7 years now, allowed me to see a glimpse of how most people here run their daily lives. I have seen how they work, how they spend their hard-earned money, and what have I learned from them? I will not attempt to uncover the history and traditions of how Western society evolved because I don't think I am the perfect person to explain that matter. But I will just pretty much share with you how I see it based on my personal observations and experiences. So, I want to start with how Western culture, particularly where I live, does their job. How do they work? If you visit the Netherlands, for example, especially by car, what you will notice straight away is how they construct their roads. Their roads are well designed. There is so much space to drive. You will never feel that you are cramped with each other. It's super smooth to exit from highway to the expressway. Plus, you will enjoy the ride because the outdoor view is such a beauty. There's a wide open space of farms, and you get to see the traditional windmills. And for me, what's truly amazing is how they built their country on water. So Dutch people mastered the art and the skills of building massive dams and dikes because they have to. It's the right thing to do when you are faced with a gigantic problem that involved the lives of so many people. Back in the old days, the Netherlands had been constantly flooded until the 12th century when they decided it was time to protect its land from flooding. And look now, Dutch is the world leader in managing water by building the most modern and strongest dams and dikes ever. The same thing when you go to Germany. They have extremely high standards in building their roads. They make sure that they're well maintained to accommodate the speed of traffic. Because in Germany, it's the only Western country in the world that allows you to drive 130 kilometers per hour or more. There's pretty much no speed limit in most places in Germany when driving on highways. What else can I say about Germans? They are well known for brands like Mercedes-Benz, Audi, BMW, Volkswagen, Adidas, Puma, which are just a few. So, what do I learn from these cultures in terms of working? They are high-performing people. They work extremely hard without compromising the quality, the result, and the output. In the beginning, it takes me a little while to process that information. But when I got a personal encounter with those examples I cited, it made me believe that it has to do with their work ethics, discipline, organizational skills, and consistency. I'm not saying that Western society or culture is superior or more intelligent than other non-Western societies. I'm just saying that's what I learned from them. So let's go to the question of what I believe is a better way of living. Is living in the underdeveloped country where I was born and raised much better than where I'm living now? Well, it really depends on you. This is very subjective. What is a better way of living for you? Some people are comfortable and content living in a farmhouse, while others are, find happiness living in the city. There are also cons to living in Western society. Like where I live, the harder you work and the higher you earn, the bigger your tax is. Personal tax here can go up to 50%. Can you imagine earning 100,000 euros a year And then at the end of the year, you only take home 50,000 euros. If you're self-employed, you're also not exempted from tax here. That's why when I read the book Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki, it opened my eyes to the reality of life as I see it in the Western society. People here in the West work very hard. Some of them even work in multiple jobs because of inflation. Everything is expensive. And their income stream from one job is no longer enough. If you ask me, what's the best way of living? It doesn't really matter if you're living in Western society or non-Western society. Although yes, I do admit that there are more advantages to living in the West. However, there are also a lot of responsibilities attached to living here, especially in the area of personal finances. So, for me, the best way of life or of living a life is where you and your loved ones are healthy and have the freedom to do what gives joy and happiness to you and the people around you. It's a way of living where you know your purpose and meaning, and you are so full of it that you just want to share what you have got with others, like share it with your friends and family. And most importantly, in my personal opinion, the best life is when you help people achieve their goals and make a difference in their lives and future. So that's it for this episode, and thank you for watching. When you are ready to learn more about time freedom, go to www.ownyourfamily.com. Enjoy your day.
Thanks for listening. Join our online family by signing up for your free account at www.ownyourfamily.com and begin your journey to freedom. Want to get there faster? Book a strategy call with us at ownyourfamily.com/book a call. As always, be sure to leave a rating and subscribe to our podcast and channel so you never miss a future episode.